Money moves with Mem 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a mother movie. So, today we're going to be reacting to yet another video that stumbled across the YouTube or was given to me from the YouTube gods. We're always going to hit these videos with a financial perspective. So, guys, make sure you enjoy the content, like, share, and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video.
Like, aren't I a woman too? I deserve respect, I deserve love, and I am worthy of a long-term committed relationship, just like any other woman.
That's crazy. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you deserve a long-term relationship or that you're going to get a long-term relationship, man. It's a harsh reality that a lot of women is going to have to face.
So I am going to talk about my experience with online dating as a Black woman and how that affected my self-esteem. My name is Heather Louise, and I am a mental health counselor. I am passionate about all things related to mental health, with a special interest in improving self-esteem for Black women and healing racial trauma. So if you are interested in those sort of videos, please subscribe to my channel.
Why is it always a bias when it comes to these the ladies when they're in their profession? You know, isn't all mental health worthy of being acknowledged? It doesn't matter if it's a child's mental health, or old man's mental health, or man's mental health, or any race of woman's mental health. But we're just gonna solely focus on modern Black women's mental health, which, from what I understood, Black women don't really need no assistance from no man. So it seemed like you guys got it.
Post every single Sunday. In my last video, I talked about how structural racism, such as microaggressions and racial bias, impacted my mental health, specifically my self-esteem, and how it brought on racial trauma. The one example that I briefly touched on was...
You see, guys, this is what I be talking about. A lot of us modern American Black men, we're not on the... A lot of us, you know, we don't push the race card thing, you know. But when people be wondering why is modern American Black people still talking about race, you know, a lot of times it's because 9 times out of 10 modern Black women forever will always say, they feel racially discriminated against. It's white people this, white people that, and then they'll turn around and say, "Oh, I'm gonna get me a white man because Black man ain't no good." It's like always some type of identity politics with these ladies. You know, guys, if you meet a woman like this who has issues with the way she looks, because obviously a lot of these women have an issue with the way they feel and the way they look, and they feel like they're not worthy or valued. You know, self-esteem and self-love comes from within. So obviously, a lot of these ladies do not have that, and I feel bad for a man who comes in the picture and tries to pick up the broken pieces of a woman's heart who it never will be. You can never rebuild those pieces.
How throughout my life I repeatedly heard, "You are pretty for a Black girl." And majority of those comments came about when I was online dating. And I heard many different versions of this comment, but I will touch on that later. I just want to start.
The thing about it is, it sounds like the person who was talking to you was being sarcastic. Like, you have to know, like, if you're dating, it sounds like she was dating outside her race, which is fine. But it sounds like she's dating outside the race, but she don't want other people to acknowledge who she is. You know, it's crazy, absolutely insane. You know that you have these women who probably live in cities, big cities like Los Angeles, New York City, and they can go out and meet people in public. They can go out and see a guy on the train, or whatever. Go to a restaurant or coffee, or go grocery shopping and meet a guy. But these women are basically want us to feel sorry for them for arguing with people online. And me being a YouTuber, I I know out of everybody that people can say some of the craziest, most hurtful things behind the camera, you know. But does it mean anything? No. This it's always some victim Olympics with these ladies.
Start off this video by talking about the OkCupid study where they tested daters' racial preferences. Now, many people have their preferences when it comes to finding that special someone. Maybe you prefer someone who is really athletic. Maybe you prefer someone that is an avid reader. I know some of us may want someone who's taller than us or maybe shorter than us. What about racial preferences? Is that okay to have preferences based on race? When you ask people if
Yes, it is okay to have preferences based on race because most people date 80% in their own races. So when you see black men and black women, usually it's gonna be more black men and black women dating. It's gonna be more white men and white women dating. There's the 20%. You have the 20%. You know, and that's like telling somebody to go against what they're familiar to. You cannot change the way people view you. It's just like all of these things that we can't do no more because women feel some type of way about it. If we say you're ugly, that's a suspension from high school, or or you getting expelled just for saying you're ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like people cannot be real no more because these women are so emotional, so inside of their own heads. They want it all easy when they got the whole world at their feet. You know, women make more money than ever on way more platforms than men than ever, and they still complain, guys. Still complaining.
they are open to dating outside of their race. You will hear answers such as, sure, I'm open to it. If that person came into my life and I was interested, yeah, I'd be open to dating outside my race for sure. I love all races. However,
And that's because most the probably the guy who she was talking to was a different race than she was, and usually people who is not your race, not all the time, but most of the time, they stay in predominantly white, black, Hispanic communities. Like you can't, it's just like I stay in Colorado. It's like most of these neighborhoods are predominantly white. So 9 times out of 10, like a white guy is gonna find somebody of his race to date first. Because they're around each other so much. And then, you know, um, it'd be different if she was staying in uh a white community. Then she might be able to bag her Brad. You know, but basically, I didn't see no issue with what he said at all.
OkCupid found out that many of you guys are liars, or maybe just not aware that you have preferences based on race.
Hey, I feel bad that they're letting anybody just be mental health counselors because a lot of these women who are mental health counselors, social services, ladies, you guys have some of the worst mental issues. You guys are so far inside your own head. You can't think yourself out of a straight line backwards. It's absolutely insane. It's atrocious and it's not sexy. Maybe that's the reason why you can't get a date online.
Race. If you're not familiar with OkCupid's platform, and from what I can remember from being on it, you can filter out your potential match based on age, distance, religion, availability, body type, and the list was endless. In 2014, OkCupid gathered data from their users based off the racial preference filter to see if people are really as open to dating outside of their race as they think that they are. The study concluded that Black women and Asian men were the least desirable group and were less often selected as a potential match for the majority of the users. I mean, imagine how I felt after coming across this study.
Like, who cares about a study? Why don't you just live your truth? Why don't you just, get out here, put some heels on, put some red lipstick on, put a nice dress on, go out here with confidence and get you a man? No, she's not going to do that. She's going to sit online and complain. She's going to sit online and complain that a study said that Black women and Asian men are least desirable. But the thing about it is, like, they probably worded it as least desirable, but they probably could say least chosen. But you got to look at the demographics as a whole on the dating platform, in which most Black men who would be interested in dating Black women, they probably are more logical and rather just date in public. The online, most of us guys who are Black guys, we're not on there. Most other races of people are online, and the way you ladies act online, that's on you. It's absolutely insane, guys.
This study just basically confirmed to me not only the guys that I were matching with thought that Black women were not attractive, but also the majority of men, regardless of their race, regardless of their background, think that Black women just aren't as.
Oh, the world's coming to an end because I got low self-esteem, and a study told me that Black women and Asian men are least desirable. Um, I see Asian men with their wives, with Asian women, other races of women, and they're happy. You don't hear an Asian man coming online complaining, oh, we're least desirable. No, he's riding his Tesla, getting his money with Sue Hong, his wife, Sue Hong, and you ladies are Black, modern American Black women are, you guys are the least desirable because your mental strength, your self-esteem and your mental strength is trash. Like, you're talking about a study, and you feel some type of way about that, and you're a mental health counselor. You would think mental health counselors would have some of the highest self-esteem, because they're so educated and stuff like that. But obviously she's looking for a certain type of man to date, but she can't find him. And that's okay. But don't just go out and say that, Black women, from what I heard, Black women have been having a good time out here having their hot girl summer, dating all around the country and the world, dating Brad, Enrique, Tyrone, Fufu, and it's not an issue. I don't see what the problem is.
Valuable or attractive as other women. This has me questioning, where has this come from? Why do so many people think like this? Recently, I listened to the Blinkist version of Ain't I a Woman by Bell Hooks. The author discusses that society's negative view of Black women goes all the way back to slavery.
There she go. there she go. I'm telling you, if you come from a Black community, guys, the same women who get Section A 8, the same women who get Section A, food stamps, government assistance, child support through the government treats them absolutely phenomenal, get them in the best colleges, will always pinpoint back to slavery. Oh, it's slavery. The white man is holding us back. Oh, I just don't know what to do. I'm not beautiful. You know, you guys, your self esteem sucks. And I don't advise no man, any guy, and I don't advise no man to get with a woman with absolutely low self esteem, guys, because she's going to bring you down. She's going to always need reassurance and that she's beautiful. Oh, you think you beautiful? I hate that so much when women do that. Do you really love me? Every day. Do you love me? Am I beautiful? Why don't you just sit your bad behind down like like the boss chick you say you is and flex and look good and poke that booty out. Guys, this is absolutely insane, guys. Absolutely insane. This is an older video. I think it's like 3 or 4 years old, but still shows us the mindset of modern women, guys. It's absolutely insane. But this is all I got for the video. If you guys wanna, I'm not gonna react to all this video because she's going off the wall right here. If you guys wanna finish this video, her link is gonna be in the description below next to Source because she is a YouTuber. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And always remember, fellas, it's a mother movie. Over and out.